What is going on, you guys, out here dispersed camping in the forests of Colorado? It is nighttime. I got in a little late. I had time to make some dinner very quickly, but I now need to get set up. And what I wanted to talk about, really show you guys, is to me, it's so cool how I can drive out into the middle of nowhere forest and get camp set up and get a nice little environment that almost feels like home, right? I can have my laptop set up, a nice bed, heat if I need it. I won't tonight because it's summertime. But really cool stuff, guys. So I just cooked dinner. I have gear all over, but it's nighttime. So the first thing I do when I'm camping like this is I'm going to get a lantern going and I'm going to hang it way up in a tree so that I can almost have like a street light shining down while I set up camp. All right, well, I don't need this in here. Not the best job pitching this thing I've ever done, but this is such a cool tent, guys. Ozark Trail, if you can believe it, they're outdoorsman tent. In fact, I've had park rangers ask me, what model tent is that? And I tell them, Ozark Trail. Maybe you've heard of it. All right, so I'm going to get the mattress going, blow up the bed. I'm going to get the rest of this thing set up, and I'll catch up with you guys in a bit, kind of show you how I like to do this out in the forest. So, got the bed set up. Took the lantern down outside. I don't need that anymore. The car's locked up. I've just been here online, and it's nice and warm in here. It's, it's probably the high 50s outside, not that cold. But how cool is this, guys? Middle of the forest, quiet, serene, just chilling right here on the internet. I know it's a little contradictory to be. I'm so tired, guys. I'm sorry, I can barely talk, but I know it's contradictory to be on the computer, but it's also kind of fun to like set up your own little cabin just wherever you want and have a nice bed, your computer, showers, whatever. Isn't this so nice? I love being out here. I'm a little surprised the birds aren't louder right now. Good morning, by the way. I should have said good morning. I'm sure my hair's all jacked. Oh, let me get some more coffee going here. See how loud these things are? That's why those twig stoves are so nice. So yesterday I cooked dinner on that new stove I have from Otzi, that titanium grill. The versatility to cook as though you're on an actual stove in the backcountry is cool. There's a grill, there's a hot plate, and it's all done with twigs, right? It's all cooked with twigs, which I love. Well, guys, my coffee this morning is Cafe Bustelo, the coffee of winners. That's a crow. Something else made a noise that way, and then the birds got quiet. Last night there was something bellowing out, some animal. Wasn't a cow. It sounded to me like a young elk, probably. So this video, the point of this video, guys, is really just to show something I like to do, and I've really never shown in a video, and that is I like to drive out into the forest, quite a ways. I like to set up a tent that I can walk around in. This thing is about 12 feet tall. It's huge. It looks like to me, I like it. It looks like a wizard's tent almost, or something. If I had like banners flying on it, it would almost be comical. But I like having a tent that's so big I can have a couple queen size beds, a desk with my computer running. I can have the solar panel outside charging my battery so that I have power. And just a cool little setup. It's like a house. I got a little house out in the woods, right? It could rain all day. I'd be fine. Guys, when you're in the woods too, pay attention to the birds and the animals and stuff like that, right? One thing I've noticed is the one time I've had one really big bear encounter. When that bear came into camp, guys, before he came in, just a few minutes before, I had a blue Stellar Jay fly into camp. And a Stellar Jay is a mountain jaybird, kind of, or a blue jay, I should say, for the mountains. And it's not stellar as in spectacular and beautiful. It's a guy named, I think his name was Bob Stellar, but it's a guy whose last name was Stellar, and he saw it and he's like, that's a Stellar Jay. It's amazing how many things that we have that we call just random people's last names because they were the first European to see it and they gave it their own name. Bam! So the Stellar Jay flies into camp and he goes, rah, 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 just directly at me from a branch in a tree right here where I am, right? I was at my stove getting meat prepped and cooking. And he just was incessant, rah, 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 looking at me, right? And then he would hop around and then go to a branch closer to me and go, rah, rah, rah. And then he did it again. He hopped around and then came even closer, the closest branch possible, just screaming at me. And then he flew off, okay? About 5 minutes later, that bear came into camp and took my steak like this. Oh, took my steak with his mouth like this. And I was just like, well, I was yelling at him. I was banging pots and throwing rocks. That bear did not leave, right? So that jay had been alerting me. It seemed like that bird came by alerting me that there's a predator in the area, which is weird because you would think he sees me as a predator, but maybe he sees me as weak. Stupid bird. I looked them up though, and they are known, Stellar Jays are kind of known as the alarm system of the forest. They alert when other predators are in the area, and then they will imitate a hawk. The rah! It's not a hawk sound, but you know that hawk scream that if you're on TV and you see an eagle, they always put that hawk sound on the eagle, which makes no sense. And it's screwed everyone up in our country, I think. But they put that, they'll do that hawk sound. The jays will imitate a hawk, try to scare off the predators sometimes. But yeah, they're like little alarms. And I realized that dude was coming around telling me there was a predator here or something. And I've had a jay do that one other time. I've had a Stellar Jay come into camp and yell at me again, which put me on alert. Nothing came in that time, but I was put food away and stuff pretty quickly. I need to get some stuff done in here. Enjoy the birds, make one more pot of coffee or cup of coffee. And then let's go outside and cook some breakfast. I want to see if that thing works. I don't know. So I cooked this whole breakfast up. The stove works well. Check it out. You can see the review later. A little messy, little bit messy. But anyway, guys, this is how I set up a little home away from home in the forest. Just wanted to do that video and share it with you. Bring you along for the ride, guys. I appreciate it. See you soon. Stay safe.
I'm just stuck here in a dream. Long, long, long. I'm just stuck here in a dream.